Okay guys, today's video came requested. One of my chicas here wants to know how to seal their knots and apply fray block. So this is the wig from Crown and Glory. It's just the lace front, but you still do the same. You want to seal the knots on this to keep the hair from shedding, okay? This is what I'm going to use to... This is fray block. This comes from one of the fabric houses. So it's just fray block. This is what it looks like. Okay, guys, comes in a tube. And I'm going to start with the fray block first, okay? And the way I do it, I put the fray block, instead of putting it directly on the tips of the wig, I put it on the Q-tip so you can manage how much you get out of there, okay? So let me try to get a good picture of what I'm doing. Okay, let's start from this side, and all I'm going to do is put some fray block on this Q-tip. Can you see that? Okay, some fray block on the Q-tip. And then I'm just going to make sure you don't get it in the hair, guys, and just put the fray block right at the tips of the wig. And all this does is keep the wig from fraying, okay? And actually, guys, you know what? It's easier to do it like this. I've done it so many times. Little bitty sections and rub it in. And it's going to dry. You don't want to put too much because then it'll dry white. And you will see that, okay? So, right at the tips. And then I take the Q-tip and make sure it's sealed. Okay, and you're going to do this around the entire perimeter of the wig. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get that done, and then we'll be back with the next step. This is what it looks like once it's applied. You see the line there? It is still wet, so that line is all the way around the wig, but it will dry clear, okay? Just be sure, do it in very small spots at a time, especially if you're not used to doing it, because if you put too much, it will dry white. So just make sure you do it in really small spots, all, you know, little bitty small sections at a time, and then you let that dry, okay? The next step will be to seal your knots, and for that I'm going to use Patricia Nemec's clear acrylic sealer in matte, okay? Make sure you get the matte so it can dry in a matte finish, and this is what it looks like, okay? So we're going to seal the knots here. Even though this is a lace front, guys, you still want to seal the knots on the wig just so you won't lose any hair, okay? So we're going to do that. Let me get it in a position where you can see what I'm doing here. And in this, you want to do small spurts. You don't want to spread all at one time. I mean, just very small spurts because you want to avoid the hair. Make sure you avoid your hair. You know, just make sure you avoid your hair because it will get sticky and white on the hair, right? So here we go. We're just spraying. The Patricia Nemec's on them, and when a lace front, you really don't need that much, but you do want to seal your knots. And after you've had your wigs a while, ladies, you want to repeat these steps. You want to apply your fray block after a couple of washes, and you also want to apply your knot sealer after a couple of washes because that washes away. So you want to make sure you redo these steps if you want to keep the hairs in your wig, okay? That just seals the knots that was put into the wig. And that's it, guys. And after that, you can see the coat over it. You do not need that much, and let it dry, and that is it. And the fray block is still drying on there. So I'll come back with a finished picture so you guys can see that everything did dry clear. Okay, and that is it, guys. I hope this helped. Thanks for watching.